AI just crossed a line.
And if you're still treating ChatGPT like an upgraded search bar, you're already behind.
Most people are still in conversation mode. They open AI, ask a question, get an answer, maybe draft an email, maybe outline a post. That's fine. But the people who are going to dominate the next decade, they're not chatting with AI anymore. They're deploying it. They're building AI agents that execute, that launch projects, that research, write, code, organize, and ship while the human is offline.
I build AI companies and AI-powered tools every single day, and I genuinely believe this shift from chat to agents is one of the biggest technology inflection points we've ever seen. Bigger than when ChatGPT first exploded, arguably bigger than the early internet. So let's break this down properly. What this new wave of AI actually is, why it's fundamentally different, how you need to think about it differently, and how to choose the right tool for your situation, not just whatever's trending on X this week. And by the end, I'll walk you step by step through your first real agent-style workflow so you can see how simple this actually is. First, let's define what we're talking about. There are essentially 3 stages of AI adoption. Stage 1 is chat. This is what most of the world knows: ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini.
You type, it replies. You give context, it responds.
It's smarter than search, more dynamic, more helpful. That's level 1. Level 2 is automation. Now we take AI's ability to understand, classify, and generate, and we plug it into workflows. Tools like Zapier, Make, or N8N.
Things trigger automatically. Emails get sorted. Leads get tagged.
Data moves around without you touching it.
That's powerful. But level 3,
that's agents. Agents don't just respond.
They think, they plan, they reason, they execute.
They open browsers.
They write code. They create files.
They run research loops. They complete entire tasks without constant supervision. Most people are still playing at level 1. Some are experimenting at level 2. But the people who are going to win big are moving into level 3. And here's the crazy part: you don't necessarily need to master automation first. Modern agents can build that layer for you. Now let's talk mindset. The biggest mistake I see right now isn't that people are using AI wrong. It's that they're barely using it at all. They use it as a thinking buddy, when it could be their execution engine. The shift you need to make is simple but uncomfortable. You are not the doer anymore. You are the director. That means you stop obsessing over how something gets done. You start focusing on what outcome you want. This is what I call reverse prompting. Instead of saying, "Here's the step-by-step process, follow this," you say, "Here's the result I need, build the plan." Most people micromanage AI. They over-instruct it. They treat it like a junior intern.
But in many domains, it has more knowledge context than you do.
When you try to control every step, you limit its leverage. There's a reason companies are going all in on this.
IBM rolled out AI agents across its workforce and reported billions in productivity gains. Managers completed planning and operational tasks dramatically faster, not because AI suddenly became smarter than them, but because they stopped doing and started directing.
So how do you become a strong AI director?
3 things. First, clarity of outcome.
If you don't know what result you want, the AI will wander.
You need to define the problem clearly. What does success look like? What's the deliverable? Second, structured expectations. Give examples, give formats, give constraints. The more specific you are about what good looks like, the better the output.
Third, feedback loops. Treat it like an intern with infinite memory.
Give feedback. Ask it to store preferences. Refine, iterate. Over time, it adapts to how you think. Notice something important here.
At no point are you telling it how to do the work. You start with the end.
It figures out the path.
That's the shift. Some leaders describe this as managing infinite digital minds. Instead of one assistant, you effectively have a scalable team of reasoning systems executing in parallel. Now let's talk tools, because this is where people get overwhelmed. There are dozens of agent-style tools launching every week. If you ask AI for recommendations, you'll get a massive list. Don't try to master them all. Pick one that fits your role and go deep. If you're a business owner who needs research, content analysis, and general operations handled, choose a strong all-purpose agent platform that can browse, write, and build autonomously. If you're a creative writer, designer, strategist, use a tool that can operate locally on your machine, manage files, interact with your apps, and execute full creative workflows. If you're a developer, pick an agent optimized for code, one that can write, test, refactor, debug, and operate in parallel with your repo. If you're technical and want a more experimental full computer agent, there are open source systems that act almost like a digital operator on your machine. Just know those come with risk and complexity. The point isn't which tool is best, the point is depth. Master one. Learn its edges. Let it teach you how to use it better. Now let me walk you through a practical example so this stops feeling abstract. Imagine you run a digital marketing agency and want to analyze competitors in your country. Instead of manually Googling for days, copying notes into a doc, building slides, you prompt an agent. Research the top 3 digital agencies in my region. Extract pricing, core offers, positioning strengths. Then build a one-page summary site with the findings. That's it. The agent searches, compiles, synthesizes, writes the summary, builds the page. Then you iterate, add testimonials, highlight pricing comparison, summarize differentiation opportunities. It updates. Then you say, send this to my creative director in Slack and request feedback. Email the link to my partner with a short executive summary. It does that too. Now you've gone from idea, research, build, distribute, collect, feedback, revise without manually moving between apps. And here's the key discipline. Stay inside the tool. Don't copy-paste outputs into other systems unless necessary. Let the agent interact directly with your stack. That's how you build real automation and real leverage. Now zoom out. This isn't about being an AI nerd. It's not about chasing every model release. It's about asking, where in my life am I still acting like the bottleneck? This moment right now is what people wish they had during the early internet era, or during the mobile app explosion. We're entering an AI gold rush phase. The next 5 years will create an insane amount of value. Not because AI replaces everyone, but because a small percentage of people will learn to orchestrate it. And here's the ironic part. You don't need to be the AI expert. AI is the expert. You need to be willing to learn how to direct it. So here's your move. Pick one agent tool. Identify one task you repeat weekly that drains time. Hand it over today. Sit with the discomfort. Iterate. Refine. Once you experience it handling real work end to end, your mindset shifts permanently. You stop thinking in prompts. You start thinking in outcomes. And that's the difference between chatting with AI and putting it to work.